So I'd like some help personally on how do I build better relationships with my kids, all 4 of them.
Okay.
They're all different.
Yep.
Again, my oldest is 15, my youngest is 7, 3 girls and a boy. I find it definitely easier to relate to my son and do things, and he can do things with me. And it just feels like it's just, in some cases, it's easier. All the kids are different. Some love to read, some love games, some love they all have their passions and things they're interested in. And it is difficult for me at times to find the right hobby or the right rhythm with each of them to be able to spend time with each of them. And, you have 11. I have 4. 4 is still a lot. 11's a lot.
4 is a lot.
Tell me about how do you parcel out your time, or how do you be strategic with your day? And you're working and you've got a very significant job with a lot of responsibility and a lot of people that report to you. And how do you balance all that?
Man, the grace of the Lord. One. A lot of it, I think, is just try to redeem the time as much as you possibly can with your kids. Take them if you're able to, especially unless you're doing a design or you have a ton of appointments. Like let them be on your hip. Let them go with you to places. I know I live right down the road from the grocery store right now. So if I go to the grocery store, it's really easy for me just to jump in the car real quick and run to the grocery store and come back and just do it by myself because I don't have to wait on someone, or even if it's 2 minutes, I can just go do it right away.
Finding the shoes, getting all the things.
Right. And so my natural inclination is no, just wait. I'll go real quick and I'll be right back. Yeah. Right. And it's like, and I'm missing even 10 minutes of maybe one-on-one time with Micah or with Ella or whatever, because they always want to go. One, they want to go because I think there's a possibility we might get something while we're there. But it does, really honestly, it doesn't matter what the reason is for wanting to go. It's a 10 minutes that you have in the car or at the store with your kid that you would not have gotten, that you'd been gone again. Because you're gone most of the day to work and you're coming home. And so the time that they get to see you is limited. And so why not try to spend as much of the time with each one of them as you possibly can? Do things, find their interest and do things with them. I don't mind reading, but like one of my daughters, she absolutely loves to read. And so grabbing a book with her sometimes and just going in there and just sitting for 20 minutes with her and reading with her is just building an emotional connection that, I wouldn't have had otherwise. This is crazy, but I will go to the skate park and skate with my kids. I'm 52 and my body has definitely felt the pain of doing that. But for the ones that skate, I've got 5 that skate. Really, Farrah doesn't do it as much anymore because she's older and she's starting to do things, with other people. It just is opportunities for relationship build. I'm with them. I can do things with them. On the way home in the car, we have conversations about things that they've heard. We like to think that we shelter our kids, from lots of things that they don't need to hear. Yeah. But you go to a skate park and you're going to hear F-bombs and lots of things that they don't normally hear at home when they're, and so you get to have conversations about those kinds of things with your kids. So it's just, another 20 minutes or, 2 hours that you got to be with them. With my older kids, they didn't skate. They like to hunt. They like to fish. They like to go camping. I've been neglectful on with some of the birthdays with some of the other kids, but when Hunter turned 13, my oldest, I took him for a weekend up in Sugar. We went skiing. Yeah. And so that was the first time he'd ever skied. And man, we just had such a blast. He loves to ski to this day. And it's like something that he just One of my favorite stories about that time was we were at a McDonald's and he's making snowballs. It's snow everywhere. We're up in Boone. And I come out and he just starts pounding me with snowballs and he jumps in the car. And I'm like, okay, because I can ski. I grew up skiing. So, and he it was his first time. And so I just remembered, I'll get you back. And so he falls and I'm coming. I just like, all right, here it is. And I just come flying down the ski slope and I just snow plowed and just covered him. So he remembers those things. And so just like doing things, you just taking some special times to do things with your kids that, you know, the hardest thing about having so many kids, whether it's 4 or whether it's 11 is, but I honestly think you do it as if you have 2 or 3 as well. You treat them so often as a group and you treat them as a number, like, oh, what number are you? Well, like, how would you feel if someone always asked you what number you were? Because God made you fearfully and wonderfully. He didn't make you a number. He made you an intimate, a created being that he cares for and loves. He doesn't create how many people are in the world? We're not a number for 7 billion, 530 million or whatever, you know? And so like trying to create those times, for people in the church, I would say, and I failed on this twice because Noah and Isaac did not ever go, and neither did Anna Grace either. But Hunter and I went to Uganda together. It's the first time I'd been on a mission trip, and man, that was just life changing. You gotta. Peyton went to Burundi with me, and then we also went to Nicaragua. But man, if you can get your kids out of this country, even for a week, and give them just a change in perspective, it will just like be so big for them, because it's like, we don't realize how spoiled we are. We don't realize how wealthy we are until we go to a place where you see abject poverty. And I'm not saying that's going to be like the magic bullet and your kids are going to be perfect ever since, but it's like, we need a change of perspective, like to learn gratitude, to learn like thankfulness, and to learn, and then to see people like in abject poverty have more joy than the people that you see that you work with every day who are just absolutely wealthy, who come into your nursery every day and like they are driving, you know, Maseratis, but like some of the most miserable people you've ever met, because they don't lack for anything. They don't think they need anything. And then you go to a place like Uganda or Burundi or Nicaragua and you see people who have nothing, but they have everything. And it's just like for your children to see that, to not chase after something that they can never get a hold of in this country, I think is a huge thing that just helps so much with our relationship.
That's good. Hey, please subscribe to The Lifeguard Show. We'd love for you to be a part of our community, and make sure that you ring that bell so you can be notified of our next video release. And if you have any suggestions of content, please contact us through our website, thelifeguardshow.com, or you can leave us a comment in one of the videos on our YouTube channel.